Hello everyone, it's Michelle Litwiller with Owl Star Stampers, and it is Wednesday, February 8th, and we are live, and we are doing another class today. I have 3 cards in the cutest little box to share with you. So let me know you're here when you hop on. Say hi in the chat. Don't forget, you can give this video a thumbs up, a heart, all sorts of love for free. I appreciate it so much. Also, if you are watching over on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You can share the videos and also give comments over on YouTube. That helps my YouTube channel grow. My goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers, and so I always appreciate all you guys sharing and giving me love over on YouTube. Okay, I just went live at 7 o'clock and I did a different type of video. It was on Zoom, but it was streamed through here, and there will be a recording. But it was basically what the starter kit is all about and joining my team. There's tons of perks and tons of fun. So if you missed out on that, be sure to check that out below. And today we have another new class. I made this cutest little box we're going to create tonight. It is so cute and so easy. And I have 3 different cards. We're going to make 2. We're going to be using some Sale-A-Bration paper, the Dainty designs. Let me make sure I said that right. See, I said it wrong. It's called Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. And then we're also going to be using the Love for You bundle. So this bundle, I'm kind of using it in not so like Valentine's Day way. To give you ideas, we're going to make an anniversary card and a card. I mean, they are love cards, but you can use them for anything, wedding, whatever. So that's what we're going to do. But this box I did make for Valentine's Day, but you could change it out for any type of the year also. Okay, thank you for joining me all, for sharing, and also giving me a comment. We're going to get started. So this is, I'm able to do this as another class this week. So if you want to receive these make and takes, let me tell you how you can get them. Here's the new host code. It is right here. And you have until Sunday night to get your orders in. So if you order at least $35, you will get the make and take sent to you. They will come like this. Now, disclaimer, the ones the masculine class, the envelopes are in the front. We usually try to put them all the pieces in envelopes like this for you. So you just need your own stamps and ink, and you can substitute always if you don't have what we have. And then if you order at least $50, you'll get the make and takes like I just showed you, plus you're going to get a free gift. And today the free gift is Foam Adhesive Sheets. These are at $8 value, and we're going to be using them today. And I'm going to show you how to use them if you don't already, or maybe you forgot about these. These things are incredible, and so you'll get these with at least a $50 order, but you're also going to get a Sale-A-Bration choice. And don't forget that last week they announced more choices. Right here, you can pick out any of these items as well. If you get up to that $100 mark, you can pick one of the bigger things. They have the Eden's Garden Bundle. There's the stamp set, that awesome pack of paper. And then also at that point, you might want to consider joining my team. Again, I just talked about all that. And or if you go to 150, you get the host rewards, Stampin' rewards. I always say it wrong. And so don't use a host code so you can get that. And if you use me as your demonstrator, you'll still get all my perks, okay? All right, so there is, there's that. If you ordered last week, your kits will be going out at the end of this week, hopefully on Friday. I just second day aired your little embellishment, so they should be here on Friday, and all the kits are already sorted. We're just waiting for your embellishment to come in, and then they'll be out. Okay, let's get stamping. Hello, hello. Peggy, I'm so glad you watched the little video I just did a little bit ago. Okay, good evening, everyone. Let's start stamping. So, again, hopefully I have everything set to go. Did I put up the host code? I don't even remember. There's the host code again. I'll put it up again at the end. So, you need to type this in when you do place your order if you want the make and takes, because then I know that this is connected with week 2 of February for these projects, okay? So that is that's the code you need. All right. Okay, my thing just uploaded and I don't know how to turn it over to my screen down on the bottom. Uh-oh, I forgot about that part. It's not where it normally is. So to show my hands, how do I do that? Uh-oh, this is bad. My program updated today. And I don't know how. Normally it's just right here. It's plugged in. Which one is it? This one right here? Let me see. Let me unplug it and plug it back in. See if it does anything. Nothing. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, there we go. Thank you. All right. Okay, here we go. So this is the bundle that I'm using tonight. It is in the right here in our mini catalog. It's on page 11. And so the stamp set is only $20, and I am using it, but the dies are so cool. And so the bundle itself is $46.75. So if you don't have it, it's really close to that Sale-A-Bration price point where you can earn a freebie. And here's what the dies look like. They cut out all of these fun little cursive things and flowers and different ways. And so I'm going to show you how to use this. And Linda's saying, how can we get the shirt you have on? So the shirt I had on, which if you didn't see it, you'll see it again at the end. It's a long sleeve shirt, and it comes in 3 different colors. Mine is like there's a blue, there's a mauve, and there is a maroon. And so I just bought the mauve one, and I already own the maroon one. So they're really soft shirts, and I do have an Etsy store, so that's how you can get them. I also have t-shirts and crew neck sweatshirts as well over there. So that's how you get it, Linda. Very soft shirts and t-shirts. Okay, so here's the bundle, and the first thing I'm going to make with you is the box, because that is kind of Valentine's Day-like. The set has so much love and for you, but then it also has like a congratulations, so you could do like for anything, or I'm thinking more like wedding, a happy anniversary, a happy Valentine's Day. There's like you could do for you friend or love you friend, nobody gets me like you, thanks for all you do. And then this one says each and every day. And then these flowers, you can do 2-step stamping. You can just use, solid images. The same with the leaves. There's 2 little hearts. And then this little dot right here, you can add in the center of your flowers. So that's what we're using. And then the other thing we're using is the Sale-A-Bration paper. Now we're not going to use this on the first project, but I'm going to show it to you right now. Also, if you got the retreat, the winter retreat, it's sold out. The PDF is still available. You might see this in your bag for free. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. It's 12 by 12. You can cut it up and look at these like floral frames. It's already there. But then look at the back side. It's like this watercolor paper like type looking. Very springy, very pretty. There's this sheet of florals. Again, there's the back. This is like some greenery, and we got a fresh freesia in the back. That one this one has Blushing Bride, and then more different little flowers. And then let me show you all the patterns. We had that one. Oh, this one. This is like, we're going to use this one tonight. It's like a light purple with rich raspberry. And then the back is Orchid Oasis. And then we have this one. This sheet is so beautiful too. So you can cut this like here, and then you can get all these different card fronts. And I'm going to show you that because we're going to use this. And then the back is like, that's pretty cool. Okay, but our first project uses, we're going to make a box. And again, I'm making mine for Valentine's Day, but you can create this box any time of the year. Here's my little template I made earlier today. And I have all my little pieces in this little envelope. So to make this box, what was my inspiration, okay? So I went to the Dollar Tree. I had to think about it, what the name was. The Dollar Tree, and I saw these there. I got 2 packages. So these were $1.25, and they are called bath fizzers, and they're individually wrapped, and they're 2 different colors, like more of a, almost like a sweet sorbet, and then a light pink color, and you get 8 of them in a pack. So I used 3 of them, and I wanted to create a package for these. Now, I was thinking of something non-candy for Valentine's Day, but see how they're individually wrapped? But you could put candy in this box, or you could put lip gloss or chapstick or money. You could put all kinds of different things in this box. But this was where I came up with my idea, and I wanted 3, so that's how I had to figure out the length of how to make this box. So I'm going to go over all the measurements, and we're going to make a box that fits this cute little thing and then decorate it and all of that. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of cardstock that measures 7.5 by 6.5. Again, if you order this week, you will get a tutorial sent to you. Everyone last week will get the tutorial. I just haven't sent it out yet for week 1. It had the bunnies and the carrots, and you guys, the bunny bundle is unavailable. The punch sold out. I don't know if it's coming back. I didn't look. Hopefully it will. But I warned you last week. I knew that was going to be the case. But that tutorial everyone will get. Okay, so this piece of cardstock, I'm using Real Red. It's 6.5 by 7.5. Now, on the 6.5 side, so on the side that's 6.5, we are going to score at 1.5 inches. Okay, I got 1.5. Then we're going to go over to 3 and score again. 3 inches. And then we're going to go to 4.5. So they're just like 1.5 inch things. And then we're going to go to 6 inches. Okay. Okay, so we have these score lines like this. It looks like this so far. And then this is a little tab. Okay, so here's kind of like what we have now. Now on the 7.5 inch side, we're going to score it at 1.5, and then 1.5 on each end. So I'll tell you what that is if you don't want to flip it over in just a second, because I literally just knew each end had to be 1.5 because that's how the middle is. It's kind of how you make the box. Okay, Linda said the bunnies will be back in May. Thank you, Linda. All right, so you'll score it on this side at 1.5 and then again at 6. There we go. All right, we're done with this paper trimmer for right now. So then grab your bone folder and score, or give a good crease on this side here. Okay, then grab your paper snips. You're going to want your good paper snips. Now on this little 1/2 inch flap side, this little piece here we're going to cut out. We don't need it. My friend always says it's kind of like your appendix. You don't really need it. It's there. So just cut it out. So there's that side, and then here's this side. Okay, so there we go. So here's what we have so far. Now throw that away. Okay, now on these little sides here, you're going to want to cut up to the score mark, like so, on each side. Okay, just like this. And now I'm just going to cut a tiny little sliver off here and here. Just like that. So kind of like that. And now we're going to flip it over and do the same thing on this side. So this box, it does take pretty much a whole sheet of paper because it's 6.5 by 7.5. But this is a really cute box. So cute. So if you do get the make and takes, I will give you the 6.5 by 7.5, and then you can score it following the directions that we're doing right now. Okay, so here's what it will look like when it's kind of like this now. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. And then what I did is you're going to need some designer paper. And so I have 3 pieces. This is the Country Gingham paper. This is currently sold out. I know a lot of you have it because you're in my card club and I just gave you a whole pack. I'm probably part to blame for why it's sold out. But it is an amazing pack of paper. So I know a lot of friends are using it. So I know a lot of you have it anyway. So what we're going to do though is we're going to attach these on. And so I'm going to attach them on, I'm not going to put it on the bottom. So I'm going to put it on here, here, and here. So this one, and this one. So we're going to glue these on. Now these designer series paper measure 1 1/4 by, I believe it's 4 1/4. Yep, 4 1/4 by 1 1/4. So go ahead and, this is not, I want to use this glue. And we're going to stick these on these panels. I'm doing this first because I am going to use, you're going to want like a little hole, like a circle punch. I know we don't currently sell those, but I know a lot of you probably already have one. Or you can just use a circle die. So a die will work, or if you have a circle punch, anything from like a 1/2 inch, a 3/4 inch, a 1 inch, a 1 1/4, something like that. Because we're going to make a little notch. Okay, so here's what the box looks like now. And now, see how it's going to come around like this. But on this side, right here, I'm going to take, this is a 1 inch circle punch. I'm just going to eyeball it. Here's like, okay, I'm going to put those in. And then I'm just going to go right into the middle and kind of see how I'm doing and punch that out like that. So that way they'll know to like lift up the tab. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just glue this together. Oh, before we do that, on these little things here, I'm going to cut them at an angle so they just kind of go in a little bit better. So I'm going to do it this way, like that, and this way. So I just do this so it closes better is all. So I forgot. I'm going to cut those off. That's scrap. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like right now. So there you go. You guys can see it. So now these little tabs on the side are going to go in like this, okay? So I want to add glue on these outside ones. Now use a good glue. Stampin' Seal works really good, or the Seal Plus, and or the tear and tape or the liquid glue. So I want to put those there. So then this goes here, and this goes here. And then on these two, I'm going to add glue. I should have done this first. And then this just goes right in there like so. And then this one goes right in here like so. Okay, there we go. Here, whoops, that moved. Make sure it doesn't move on you. Okay, that one goes in there. Okay, there we go. So here's our cute little box. Now, what I did is I took some of this stuff, like little shredded, decorative shred stuff, and put a little bit of this in the bottom. Okay, just to make it look cute. And then I took my little little fizzy things, and I put them in here. Now you can add more of this. Again, if you don't have these or like these, then just go grab some candy or something you do like and put those in there. And then these little tabs go in, and then this little flap goes in there like so. There's our little box so far. Is that not cute? Okay, so now we got to decorate it a little bit more. So you're going to get, where did my envelope go? Right here. You're going to get a piece of real red ribbon. You're going to get a tag. This is the Tailored Made tags. I love these dies in our annual catalog. And we're going to do a little bit of stamping. You're going to need your, you're also going to get a tiny little heart. Okay, don't lose a little heart. It's the tiniest little heart from the Give It a Whirl dies, and it's in Blushing Bread. I'm going to set it right up here. So if I'm like, where is it, to say it's right by your phone. Okay, so on this, we're going to do a little bit of stamping, though. You are going to want a little piece of linen thread or baker's twine. So, again, I don't include those in my kits because you guys have a ton of it. So just grab a little piece of that, too. So on this tag, though, we're going to stamp, Happy Valentine's Day. You also have a scrap piece of white, which I'm trying to figure out why I don't have that. That will be in your little kit too. I guess I'm just going to create my own really fast. Okay, so let me just grab, we'll need white for some of the other things. I kind of did some of this ahead of time, so you won't have to watch me die cut things. But on this, we're going to stamp the for you, and then the Happy Valentine's Day. So grab the for you, and then I used Real Red. I realize this paper is Sweet Sorbet, but I like how it looks with the Real Red. You can use Sweet Sorbet if you want to. You can use either or. And I'm using the Real Red ink pad, and we're going to move that out of the way. Ink this up, and on your scrap paper, you're going to stamp this. And then you are going to take those dies and you can cut them out. So here's the for you, and see, it just will line up perfectly like that. And you can run it through your little mini machine or your big machine. Either one will work. And then it will come out looking like this. The magic of a camera. So just like that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to, don't forget to clean off your stamps. We're going to stamp, oh boy, what did I just do with it? The Happy Valentine's Day. Here it is. Okay, so the Happy Valentine's Day, I'm going to stamp directly on my tag. So these are going to get popped up on dimensionals. But I kind of want to position them. I'm going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day along the bottom of the tag. Again, if you don't want a Valentine's Day, then you can just have it be for you. Or use it for whatever you do need it. My camera angle seems to be off. Does anyone else seem to think that? It could be that my work stuff is just a little crooked. Okay, I'm going to close up the ink pad. Okay, so now, okay, I got my little heart. I'm going to grab some dimensionals. We have the little mini ones here, and I'm going to put on the back of this For in You a few of these little mini ones. And I'm going to put the 4 over here, and then underneath this one, I'm going to put this. Thank you for joining, everyone. Some of you just hopped on, so if you did, you can always catch the replay if you missed out on anything before. Okay, here's the U. And then we're going to take this little heart. Again, one of my favorites, Give It a Whirl. And we're going to put the little heart right there. Okay. Next up, go ahead and take your ribbon I'm going to give you some ribbon. Let me move some stuff out of the way. And I just wrapped this around and I tied a bow. So if you took the stamp camp, you got red ribbon and the burlap ribbon in there. That's so pretty. Okay, so there's our real red ribbon, just like that. And then to attach the tag, that's where you're going to want to grab some of your linen thread or baker's twine. You can use white, you can use black, you can use any of the colors. Just cut a piece long enough, and then we're going to thread this through, and I'm just looping it through like that, and then I'm just going to tie it onto the ribbon itself. So I'm going to pull the ribbon up, put this little linen thing underneath it, and then I'm going to attach it right to the bow, and I'm just going to tie another bow. You could tie a knot if you want. My little ends are long enough, I'm going to tie a bow. And then, there we go. And, oh, to finish off, I did use the iridescent, the pastel little gems. I included these not long ago. I also included them in Card Club. I also included them in one of the add-on classes. So I know you guys have these, or use any, or just grab a regular rhinestone. But these little like orangey reddish ones, I'm going to take a small one and put it right on the heart. So again, just grab your own little jewels or rhinestones. But there, isn't that so cute? Isn't that so cute? For you, happy Valentine's Day. And then, see, it has a little notch there so they know to open it, but slide off your ribbon. Slide this off, and then open it, and then there's, whoops, I didn't put enough. And then you have 3 cute little bath fizzies, or any kind of candy or anything that you would like inside. Here's my other one. And here's my one I made, and my sizing was 1/2 inch off on both ones. So I made this, and my friend Karen was here, and I was like, it's a little bit short on the side. I need to make it 1/2 inch bigger. But anyway, I hope you like this cute little box. It's so cute, and you could put lots of fun things in it. So, but again, I did find these at the Dollar Tree if you're here in the United States. Kind of in the bath section. Is where I found those, and they're just like the cutest little things. So, all right, that's our project number 1 for tonight. Now we're gonna do cards. We're gonna shift to cards. So I'm not gonna put this on. This is what it looks like. So you might get one of 2 of the patterns of paper for your box, as long they're both gonna coordinate. All right, that one's done. Now let's move over to some cards. Okay, our first card is going to be, man, my throat is dry. I've been talking for a really long time. Okay, our first card. Let's do the more, I guess I'll do the more complicated one, maybe. No, we'll do the one that shows off this really pretty paper. Okay, so here's card number 1. Uh-oh, where's my little, there it is. Okay, so these are kind of the pieces you'll get. This is Rich Razzleberry and Mossy Meadow, and then this really pretty paper that's like the light purples in it, and then that's what the back looks like. And then you'll have a little flower and a little like banner, and then you'll have this piece right here. So what we're gonna do is fold this in half, and then the Mossy Meadow is just 5 1/4 by 4, and then the designer paper is just 1/4 inch smaller, 5 by 3 3/4. And I'm also gonna use some linen thread, so grab that, or grab some baker's twine. We're gonna put this down here. Okay, then with your linen thread, I'm gonna wrap it around twice. Now I used 3 ribbons, 3 different ribbons. So I'll give you the ribbons, but just not the twine is all. So I'll give you the red ribbon for the box, and then on the other 2 cards you'll get that ribbon. A length long enough. Okay, and then I'm just tying this into a bow. I'm glad you guys love the box. I was happy it only took me 2 tries to get it the right measurement for those 3 little bath fizzies. But I knew it would be a cute size to fit any kind of like treat or whatever also. Okay, there's that. So I wrap that around twice, and I have a kind of a loopy little bow over here. And now we're going to layer this on. And this is my Stampin' Seal Plus, and I want my other one. All right, there we go. Now on these pieces, so you'll have a little flower. This is from one of the new punches. It comes in a bundle. Again, punches are hot, hot, hot. This one is the new Petal Park Builder Punch. It comes in a bundle, or you can just get the punch for $19. I love punches. I showcase them, and you guys, they're selling like wildfire. They're selling fast. Wildfire. There we go. Okay, so now on here, we're going to grab the Rich Razzleberry ink pad, and we're going to do a little stamping. And we're going to stamp so much love and then happy anniversary. So let me grab that. That's not the right block. Here we go. All right. Rich Razzleberry is such a pretty color. So I'm going to stamp this on this scrap piece, just like that. And then I'm going to stamp, I'm wiping it off just with a baby wipe. My little chamois is like super dried out from the heat. And every time I run down to the bathroom, I keep forgetting to take it with me to, get it damp again. Okay, here we have Happy Anniversary. So tap, tap, tap in your ink pad. If you press really hard, your whole block is going to get squished with ink, and then you're going to have to wipe it off and it'll waste your ink. So just tap, tap, tap. Several people ask me, why do I get that? It's just you're a little heavy-handed is all, and there's nothing wrong with that, but the more you stamp and practice, then you kind of get the feel of it. So we're just going to stamp this on this little 1/2 inch strip of cardstock, white, basic white. The other day I started calling it Whisper White. I don't know why. That's what it used to be. Okay, and then now we're gonna go in with these little sweet dies, and I'm going to do, see this one right here, it's going to like cut that out. So cool. So I'm going to grab my little machine here. I'm done with this. I'm going to close this up. And I need my plates. Now, if you haven't heard me suggest this before, I'm going to suggest it again. With this machine, it comes with all the plates you need. I highly recommend using number 3 to do your die cutting. It recommends a different one, but this one works great all the time. So I always put the gray plate number 3 down, and then a cutting plate number 2. Yours will look sparkly clean at first. And then you're going to put your cardstock down, and then your die over top. Just kind of position it where you want it. And then plate number 2 again. And then I carefully put it down so it won't shift, and then I just run it through. And voila, just like that, you have your words. Isn't that so cool? All right, now we're done with that. I think that's the only thing I need to die cut tonight. I think I did everything else ahead of time. All right, so now take some dimensionals, or you can use the foam sheets because that's what I'm giving you guys. We're going to use it on the next card, but you can add, I should put another one over here. Put some dimensionals, and then this is going to go kind of like right here. And then I have the happy anniversary, and I'm just kind of trimming it down. You could make it a little banner. I just have it going like kind of straight today. And I'm going to put this down here on another little thing. Anniversary cards, for whatever reason, are cards that I just typically don't make. And I noticed I don't have them on my card rack. So I thought I need to have some of those. So here, now I have 2. So then with this little flower, what I like to do is take my Stampin' Pierce mat in my bone folder, and I just take this end, and I know it kind of blends in. Hopefully you can see that there. So I just kind of take it and I push hard, and you see how it curls up? Maybe you can see there. It kind of curls. I do that just to kind of break down some of the fibers, and just do it a couple times, and then it makes like the cutest little flower anyway. So then we're going to come in here, and so I'm going to put a little mini glue dot here, and put the little flower over here. You could use the heart from the kit too, but I just wanted the flowers to tie in with the flowers in the background. And then I did take those gems again. Again, you can grab any gems or rhinestones that you want. These pastel iridescent ones I just really like. And I'm going to take the like whitish color ones. You could use either of these, coordinate really well. I should use the correct tool to take your pick tool. And I'm going to take one of the bigger ones, and I'm going to put it in the center of this flower right there. Doesn't that look so pretty? It's like gonna sparkle. And then I'm gonna take another bigger one, and I'm going to put it like up here, and then one of the smaller ones kind of like over there. So there is our card. Now you could add white to the inside and do a little stamping. To save time, I'm not, but here's our first card, and this paper is just so pretty. So they're just a really pretty anniversary card that you can make. Or you could stamp congrats, and it could be, you could make it a wedding card, or whatever, Valentine's Day if you don't want non-traditional colors. So there's that card. Let me know what you think of that one. And then our next card is going to be this one. So this one this next one, I did use these foam adhesive sheets, and in these you get 6 sheets. So they're basically just like a giant dimensional, And so, and I already did do some of the stamping and die cutting, so you don't have to see me, but I'll show you how I did it. So we're going to use mint macaron for our card base. And then I also am using, again, that country gingham, a country gingham piece. So I do have that for you. You're also going to get, it's going to be a 3 by 4 inch piece of the gingham, and then a white that's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And we are going to just layer those together. So you can go ahead and do that. It's like petal pink on the back. Okay. And then before we put this down, you're going to get some ribbon. I just didn't measure the length of this piece of ribbon. It's the white organdy ribbon. It's so pretty and sparkly. So I just went around this card, and I didn't tie bow. I just did a little knot. So I wanted to add just a little bit of sparkle to this card. So we're just going to tie it in a little knot over here. Isn't that so pretty? This ribbon is so pretty. You can find this ribbon in our annual catalog. Right, there we go. So there's that. Okay, I'm going to put this up here. So next up, what I did is I took, let me show you, one of these adhesive sheets, and they look like this. When you take it out of the pack, this is a brand new package, so I'm not going to open it. But when you take it out of the package, it looks like this, and there's just like a backing that peels off the front and the back. Just you see that front and back, and then it's sticky. So what I did is I peeled off one side like this, and I stuck a piece of white cardstock down, and then you just die cut it like normal. Like you just run it through your machine. It's a little bit thicker, but it runs through. I promise it runs through. But all you do is on one side, you peel it back and put your cardstock down, and then I just like cut this piece off, and then on top of the cardstock, you put your dies. So let me show you. Then, so here's where I peeled the top off. I put the white on. I put my dies. I ran it through, and I did the love you so much. So love you so much. So I ran it through the machine. Then what I did, here's a little tip for you, is because these dies are very intricate, a little bit detailed, and there's little like pieces you need to get out. Take your pick tool with this pokey end, just be careful, and then I just went in and I picked out the little pieces like from the little O's and stuff. So that worked much easier than how I did it the first time. So that's my little tip for you, is use the end of the take your pick tool, and before you even peel these off, take all these little bits and pieces out that you don't need with your take your pick tool. Okay, now on this piece, we're going to put the love you so much. And so I'm going to start with the much, because the M is like really, it's kind of like the biggest letter. So I'm going to carefully peel this off. Okay, I said carefully, but that means like you gotta come out there. So this is gonna really test my patience, because this is taking like so much longer than I feel like it should. You guys know I like to stamp and assemble fast. Okay, but the card is beautiful, so it's worth a little bit of my me being patient. I just gotta get this U out. So the foam adhesive sheets are very sticky. Okay, I think I almost got it. Hopefully I'm not destroying it too bad. Ugh. Okay, here we go. So there we go. So the words are now like raised. So now I'm going to carefully, not without it sticking to me, and put it down kind of straight. I'm going to put here. I'm not going to press like super hard until I get it in the position that I want it. And I kind of put it back how it was, just kind of like this. It's kind of like the coolest little pop-up sticker. There we go. Okay, so we have that. We have much, and it's popped up. Do you see how cool that is? Okay, then I did the love you, or I did the so, sorry, just kidding. Just kidding. You can probably do it any way you want, but the little so kind of fits right in here. I know it's kind of hard to see. I'll hold it up. And then we're going to do the love and then the you. So next up, we're going to stamp some flowers and die cut them. I already did that ahead of time because I knew this was going to take me just a little bit of time. Okay, so then the love, I'm going to put kind of here. And then I got the U. So I know I personally forgot about these cool little adhesive back sheets. And so I wanted to bring them to the attention again. And so you guys can use them in your crafting as well. Okay, so here's our U. And I want the Y to kind of dip down. I want the Y to dip down there where the so is. Like kind of fill in there. Okay. There we go. Now we have raised letters, and it looks really, really cool in person. Oh, Stephanie said she loves that ribbon too. Okay, so that's how you do it. It's just so easy. And then if you have leftover room, you can die cut more little things if you want. Anyway, okay, there we have that. Now what we're going to do is I used polished pink and mint macaron for my ink, and I stamped this flower and this flower, and then I stamped this leaf and this leaf a few times. And again, I used these ink colors right here, polished pink and mint macaron. So I was going to stamp them for you. You'll have a scrap piece of paper in your kit, but use the dies, and then they come out just like this. And then you'll also have a little heart in there that is polished pink. Cute little heart. Accordance with the dies, we'll die cut that for you. I love the little hearts. Where's my little mini dimensionals? Here they are. So I'm going to put this little heart down first because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. So I'm going to put the heart down over here. Like that. And then these flowers, I'm going to start with the biggest flower, and I'm going to, well, now we need to put it on. Sorry. So this is going to go down. Now you can use dimensionals. If you want these adhesive sheets, if you ever want a thick one, you could just take your scissors and cut thick like squares. You could make these, you could use this as any size you want if you wanted. Sometimes when I have a little scrap, I'll use that as well, which I did on my other card. Here I'm just going to grab some dimensionals because that's just a full sheet one. Okay. Take this, and then we're going to add our flowers and stems. Okay, this goes right here like this. Okay, and then with our bigger flower, like I just threw my shaded dimensionals away. What in the world? I meant to throw the backing and threw the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to take the bigger flower and I'm going to put it kind of down here. And then the two smaller flowers also get a dimensional, and then one's going to come up here, and then one's going to come over here, and kind of tucking them underneath, like so. Maybe this one kind of like that. So they're kind of going off this frame. And then the leaves. So I have, this one is the double one. I'm going to take a mini dimensional and stick this on and kind of tuck this over here. And then I'm going to take another little double one. Thank you, Susan. She said, pretty color combination. I was trying to think of what color is flower to go with this. This, I'm going to kind of lift this up a little bit, sorry with my hand, and just kind of like tuck that in there. And then I have one of the little single leaves. So I cut out more than I needed because I wasn't sure how the placement would be. And then I got a little mini dimensional here, and I'm just going to kind of tuck that in there. Okay, there we go. So now here is our card, but I like some sparkles, so I'm going to come into my little gems here. I'm going to take my take your pick, and I'm going to use these like bluish greenish ones, and take a bigger one. See, I didn't stamp the centers, but I'm going to add these rhinestones, and then I'm going to put one here, the smaller ones, and one here. All right, so love you so much. And like, do you see when I put it how how the dimension is there? It's really pretty in person. Here's that one. You could make it really stand out and do like black or something. I really like the white, and I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's really, really pretty in person. So there's our second card. This one kind of took the more time with doing that, but with those foam sheets, it's really, really cool. So let me know what you think of this card. And our next card is a super fast and easy one. You could whip out the next card, so many of them, very quickly. Okay, thank you guys. Our last card for tonight is right here. And again, I did a little bit of prep work ahead of time, and we are going to be using a thick basic white for our card base, and then we are going to be using Orchid Oasis, and then that pretty paper. Again, this paper you can get free with Sale-A-Bration. Isn't that so pretty? And every time you cut that one sheet, you'll get a little bit of a different pattern. I showed it to you at the beginning, so if you missed it, you can see. Okay, so go ahead and just layer these together. Again, this paper, you could just cut up a whole bunch of these, and you could make so many pretty cards. So here's this. And then we're just going to go ahead and lay this flat. Again, you can use your dimensionals, your adhesive sheets, and we're going to put this on here. Then what I did is I took some of the Orchid Oasis metallic ribbon and I made a bow. So I'll give you a piece to make a bow. Look, I already even did it. This is in our annual catalog also. It coordinates with like Night of Navy, a lot of colors. So you're going to make a bow with your ribbon. And then the next thing you're going to do is on your white, you're going to die cut the outline of the For in You. Or you could do the Love in You, whatever one you want. But in the dies here, there is like this one, For You. And so I just cut it out a white. I didn't do any stamping. So that's what I did, is For You. And then I took, you'll get a piece of Orchid Oasis, which is the color I just put down here. And you're going to attach that to your foam sheet. So you're going to take the Orchid Oasis and put that paper down, and then you're going to die cut 4 in U. Okay, so let's see if I have all the pieces. So here's the U. So when you die cut it, it looks like that. And then when you do the Orchid Oasis, it's like this. So again, take your pick and just pull out. See how that helped me pull that little piece out that we don't need. And then on the O, it does the same. And then that tiny little piece up here, it just works pretty good to do that. And then we're going to peel this out carefully. All right, I think I got it. That little tiny little piece up there. There, I got it. It's like, I'm gonna get you. Okay, so then this should lay right in there. So you know how sometimes like I cut around the words, this is already done for you. Now you could totally just stamp too if you wanted, but I really like how it's like the dimensional, like it's like such, like it just looks really cool. And then here's the 4 already done. So there's that. So it looks so cool with those, like that 3D element anyway. So you'll get a piece of the Orchid Oasis to do this part and a piece of white. So then what we're gonna do is I took a mini glue dot and your little bow, and you are going to, I just put it down at the bottom. So I'm going to put that down there like that. And then I'm going to take the 4 and I'm just going to stick it down with regular glue. Now you can use liquid glue, might work really well. I don't have a bottle because I'm making retreat gifts and it's out in the other room. So I'm just going to use some glue dots. And I'm going to put this kind of like right here. 4. And then the U. It's a little bit bigger, so I'll try to use my glue here. And then that is going to go right there. And then of course I'm going to add some of these rhinestones. Like that. All right, there is our card. Quick and easy card. And again, on the side, it's like really popped up. Now, on my first one, I did love you. So if you like the love you, you can do the love you or for you. And again, if you look at the paper, you'll see like this one has different flowers in it. So each one looks a little bit different, but it's really, really pretty paper. So I hope you like that. That's our third card. If you just hopped on and you missed, so originally I was just going to put these down flat, so I cut them out flat, and then I was like, no, we need the foam adhesive sheets, and then I loved how that turned out. Okay, so there's our, here's our third card. If you just joined, we did this card. Our middle card was this one, Love You So Much, with, again, the same bundle. We use the Love For You bundle. And then our first card was this one right here. And then we started off our Facebook making a really cute little box with a tag. And so check it out how I did all that. Now, if you want the make and takes, again, for free, you'll get the supplies to do the box and each of the cards. Again, I'll give you the scrap papers to do your die cutting and all of that. But you're going to want to place at least a $35 order with this code right here. Again, you're going to want this bundle, Love for You, if you don't have it, or you can substitute with anything that you have that is similar, and you're going to want your own ink pads. Again, you can probably substitute with some similar colors. For this one, I use Real Red, but Sweet Sorbet would work. You get the idea. If you bump your order up to at least $50, don't forget you're going to get that Sale-A-Bration item, but then you're also going to get my thank you gift, which is this $8 pack of Foam Adhesive Sheets. In addition, if you bump it up to $100, you'll get 2 Sale-A-Bration or one of the bigger items. And then if you go over $150, don't use a host code so you can get the Stampin' rewards. All right. I'm so happy to create cards with you tonight. If you, again, want these make and takes or the class, again, there's the code, and you have until Sunday to order, so I know you want it. Again, if you ordered last week, the class, we have it all cut and sorted. We're just waiting for your embellishment to come on Friday, and then we will get those shipped out to you. So have a great night. I hope you enjoyed the projects. If you want to check out the video I did right before here at 7 o'clock, I did a video on joining my team and what the starter kit was all about, so check that out as well. And I will see you guys later. Hopefully tomorrow I can go live with our paper pumpkin alternatives from January. I've had them done for 2 weeks. I just have not had any time to do the video. So hopefully I can get that in tomorrow. So I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow to do that. See you guys later. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.